Yeah, I had that moment initially as well. I'm someone who's the same as you in the sense that like I will come back on and I'll say, you know what, guys, I thought about that. And I thought about, you know, because I'm just a free thinking person. I'm not interested in trying to be the Republican or the, you know, whatever, red pill or, you know, like I don't, like I feel what I feel. But I remember when Andrew Tate stuff first came out, I got sent a bunch of short clips and I was like, who is this dude? Had a reaction. And then I did a lot more research and came back and said, well, wait a minute, he's right about this and this sounds good to me. And maybe, you know, so we got to be free thinking people at the end of the day.
If we pass on the Andrew Tate thing, I mean, instead of trying to see like the cancel and not trying to hear what he's saying, like I don't agree with everything he says, of course, but why? Ask your question, why is it so appealing to so many people? There's something there.
What do you think it is? What do you think his appeal is?
Well, I mean, in the media, we oftentimes go in one direction, right? And we forget, there's a lot of things that we forget and we go over. The narrative of, sorry if I don't pronounce some certain words properly. English is not my first language. So.
It's all good.
So whenever you have a narrative, the narrative of feminism, we're going to go into that, right? Yeah. I understand why feminism exists. There was a reason why it was there. There was definitely a reason. But all the examples that they take when they talk about, well, men have this, men are, it's true. Yeah, in the company there are more executive or chief executive or CEOs that are named Bob than women. Yeah. And that's fine. But it doesn't mean that the whole gender of men is doing good. You're talking about a top 1%. We're not doing so good in other aspects of life, but we went over that for some reasons that I understand, because there was some things that was supposed we needed to do something about the condition of women, and I understand that. But we never went back to whatever happened to men, and we're still suffering in those things. And then I understand that Andrew Tate took that and ran with it. His delivery is fucked up. But if I go to your door and I deliver a pizza upside down, it's a fucked up pizza. It's still a pizza. The delivery is fucked up. It's a mess. And I might not take your pizza, right? I might, if I order it, I'm like, nah, I'm pretty sure I ordered a pizza upside down. I didn't order a pizza upside down. So the delivery is a mess, but instead of saying, well, he's this, he's that, try to see why it's so appealing. It's appealing to so many people. There's an issue there.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the reasons, and I found him much more appealing once I looked at the long form content, the longer videos, because I don't think he works when he's edited down, because he's very, assertive in his commentary. And when you cut out a whole bunch of stuff before and after, it can be very easily misconstrued what he's saying. But I actually think he's appealing because I feel like men in society oftentimes feel like they're being neutered, they're being castrated, they're being told they're toxic all the time. They're being, criminalized on second one sometimes for things without having the chance to even defend themselves. So this is a guy who's coming out and saying, guys, stand up for your masculinity, be proud of your masculinity and get your shit together. Go to the gym, get those endorphins running. Don't be reliant on the system. And that's a very scary message, I think, to the system, but a very warm and endearing message to guys out there who were saying, yeah, you know what? I can be self-sufficient. I can make X, Y, and Z happen. I'm not bad just because I am a guy. I'm not bad at all. Stop labeling me that way. I'm not accepting your bullshit anymore. So I think he's been a positive in many guys' lives, and they're drawn to him. And that's a reality. I think that scares a lot of the system as well.
But it's the same thing that we're talking about when we talk about the red pill. I don't consider myself red pill at all. There's a lot of messages that I don't agree with. But again, you have to understand why it's there. There's a reason why it's there. There's a reason why it doesn't appeal. So let's look at the appeal and why so many people are drawn into it.
If you want to watch the full episode, you're going to click right here. And if you want to ask me a question one-on-one, you want to do a one-on-one FaceTime with a group of your friends, whatever you want, you need to download Connect right now. Click right here and let's get talking.